Welcome back. Well, did you see them last week? State troopers on motorcycles in the Toledo area. I went along with the unit to learn how the enforcement in construction zones is helping to keep workers safe. The Ohio State Highway Patrol's motorcycle unit was busy last week, using the size of their bikes to safely enforce traffic laws in this work zone on I-475. There are 10 troopers assigned to the motorcycle unit. 4 are based in Cincinnati and 6 in Columbus, but now they're taking their duties on the road.
Yeah, we're just out here trying to slow people down and keep the workers out here safe. We travel all over the state, working these construction zones. This is the first one that we're doing for this program, but next month we'll be in Cleveland.
Sergeant Talmadge Lewis has been on the unit since 2012. He says because the motorcycles are a fraction of the size of a squad car or SUV, troopers can maneuver more safely around barrels in tight construction zones. Sergeant Lewis says many crashes happen in work zones because drivers are simply going too fast and aren't keeping a safe distance between vehicles, and that puts everyone's safety at risk. Not to mention the headache caused when a crash brings traffic to a halt.
That's why we're here, is to try to make these zones as safe as we can for the workers out here. Because, you know, without them doing their jobs, the highways get tore up.
Now, the guys on the paver back there, they are right on the line. So, you know, they could reach out just 6 inches and they're right there with traffic.
OSHP reports in the last 5 years there have been 102 deaths in Ohio work zones, 11 in Northwest Ohio. That includes workers, drivers, and pedestrians. This motorcycle unit is just another tool in the box of keeping everyone safe.
All right, sir, be careful pulling back out.
All right, thank you.
But troopers are asking drivers to do their part.
Move over, slow down.
And we want to talk a little more about the importance of work zone safety. Joining me now are Sarah English. She's a highway technician for ODOT's Wood County Garage, and Lieutenant Matthew Gear, the Bowling Green Post Commander for the Ohio State Highway Patrol. Thank you so much for being here, both of you here. So, yeah, you know, it was really interesting to go along with the motorcycle unit last week just to witness, you know, how fast these drivers are going through these zones. And this is something that you're seeing, you know, day after day, huh?
Yeah. With that motorcycle unit, it's impressive because they can work those areas on 475 near Maumee and Airport Highway, where the larger vehicles, the Chargers and Challengers, the Chargers and the Durangos just can't fit. Just in that short time period last week, they issued over 300 citations. 20% of those were 20 plus. I mean, that's
people going 20 miles an hour over the speed limit.
Over the speed limit. That's scary.
It is.
We've got ODOT employees out here, other crews out here working. We've got to make them a top priority. So we really stress for people to slow down, pay attention when they're coming through these construction zones.
Yeah, I mean, to hear that, you know, people going more than 20 miles an hour over the speed limit, you're out there. You know, how does that make you feel?
It's a little nerve-wracking. You know, inside those barrels is our office. It's where we work every day, and seeing everybody distracted by their phones, reading, putting their makeup on, eating.
You've seen it all, huh?
Yeah.
Eating, putting on makeup, all those things. And have you had any close calls when you've been out in a work zone?
But actually, back in February, I was actually hit when I was in our crash into New Raider truck.
Wow.
So.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And were you okay?
Yes.
Yeah, well, that's great news. But, you know, we hear in what I reported in the story, you know, we've had over 100 deaths in work zones here just, you know, in the last 5 months. So it's obviously an issue.
Yeah, and that's one too many, and every single one of those is preventable. And it's usually caused by someone just simply not paying attention or going too fast. If people would just mind their speed, mind the speed limits, pay attention to the signs and the workers and the lights, they'll make their way through the construction zone safely, and these workers can go home at the end of the night. Yeah,
you've got these big signs. The big signs are posted, you know, as you're heading into these zones. And I was with you a couple weeks ago. You pulled somebody over. They're like, well, I didn't see the sign.
Yeah.
Like, it was right there, you know.
Yeah, and you don't know what to believe. You assume they didn't see it because people simply don't pay attention. But at the end of the day, if they didn't see the sign, then that's on them because ODOT clearly posts them and signs well in advance that there's something coming up. So.
And that's the message that we're trying to get out here. Just pay attention. You know,
Right.
I think we're all in this. We got to go. We got to be somewhere. You know, we can't be late. All of this, but you know, there are lives out there on the line. So the work that you're doing, though, I mean, that's important for all of us, isn't it?
We're trying to make the roads better.
Yeah, talk a little bit about, you know, we all got to have a little bit of patience because this is all going to be better for us in the long run.
Yep, our main focus is making the roads better for everybody. You know, orange barrels, yeah, you see them every year, but at the end of the day, they're making the roads better, smoother, depending on what you're doing.
I mean, we don't want to hit a pothole and then have to, you know, get our car fixed, right? So, you know, it's just, again, slow down, pay attention, don't be distracted. That's another thing, right?
Yeah, do not be distracted. With this new law that came out last year with this hands-free, the phone cannot be in your hand while you're driving. If it's in your hand, it's got to be up to your ear, and now it's a primary violation. So if we see it in your hand, you're texting, checking your GPS on speakerphone, we can stop you, we can issue a ticket or a warning, but it is now a primary offense. We're taking this serious now. It's led to so many crashes that are absolutely avoidable, so we're really taking this distracted driver thing head on.
Yeah, and it's just better for everybody. And as we also mentioned, if there's a crash in a construction zone, I mean, you're stuck for an hour, right? You probably see it out there. You're like, well, you're going to be there for a minute, aren't you? Because there's nowhere for the traffic to go, and so just pay attention. Slow down. Another thing, wear your seatbelt too, and move over if you see crews.
Yeah, so wear your seatbelt every single trip. Buckle up. It's a lifesaver. No one plans to get into a crash, but if something happens, you have your seatbelt on. It's most likely going to save your life or at least prevent a serious injury. But yeah, every single trip, buckle up. The move over law. That's a law in all 50 states. If you see flashing oscillating lights, it could be from law enforcement, ODOT, fire, EMS. You have got to move over one full lane. If you cannot do that, then you simply slow down and move over. But again, that's another thing we take to heart, is protecting these people, is protecting our own lives and the people that we have stopped on the side of the road. We're human beings just like anybody else. We want to go home at the end of our shift. We want to focus on either the violator that we have stopped or like the work that these people are doing. We shouldn't have to worry about someone coming from behind and running us over. So.
Right. So again, slow down, pay attention, move over, all of those things. Folks, thank you so much for being here today and for what you do for us every day. We really appreciate it.